feeling blue, nothing left to do, my love. And if you're feeling bored, I know you know the cure. You know the cure. Let's go on an adventure, bop, bop, shoot, bop, 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 yeah. Let's go on forever. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's go on an adventure, bop, bop, shoot, bop, 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 yeah. Let's go on together.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Musical Chairs of Massachusetts, where we scour the bars, the lands of bars, and we're raising the bars. I don't know. We're looking for musicians, and we find them, and then we bring them on the show, and we interview them and have them perform some of their music. So again, guys, thank you for joining in on this another episode, and I am joined here by the wonderful and beautiful Nikki Cross. Nikki, how are you?
Hi, Christopher. Wait a minute, Christopher. Christopher, do not put the fuck offs filter on me. Take it off. Take it off. Oh, now you're doing the voice. Oh. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this as Jason Cook. I'm Jason Cook today. Great. Okay, let's do this.
You know, these filters have gotten really good since AI. Let me tell you, it literally looks like the lead singer of the Fuck Offs.
I don't like this, Christopher. I don't like this.
You know, sometimes we do things voluntarily, and then other times we do things against people's will. And that's okay. So, yeah, we have the Jason Cook filter. We paid a lot of money for that, by the way, so we're going to use it. How have you been, my friend?
I've been good. I have two very important questions for you.
You got it.
Okay, number one, are you guys going to start doing 5-timer club velvet jackets like SNL does for people that have been on the show 5 times?
What a brilliant idea. I never thought of that, but that's gold.
It's a pretty good idea.
That's a pretty good idea.
Okay. Second question.
Okay.
Do you get to count the time that you're the musical guest?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say so. I think that should be a requirement in order to be, because we have to know you. I mean, we just can't let like Bon Jovi in here and have him interview without knowing who he is, right?
Listen, I'm for this, and all I got to say is I have one more time.
Yeah.
One more time. Yeah. And I want a velvet smoking jacket, and I will wear that. I will wear that during the episode.
We will hook you up. Hey, don't throw those kind of things out there, because I do live right above a tailor. So
I will send you my chunky little measurements then.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Man, I'm telling you, like, we have so many. Okay, I'm gonna wrangling it in. We have so many awesome shows out there, musical shows, artists, we're so spoiled. We're so spoiled. This area has so many musicians, and then from time to time, we have musicians come out from other areas. They'll either swing by our venue area here, and sometimes we get them in the show. I wonder if today is going to be any different.
I have a feeling today is going to be different, and I feel like it's going to be different in all the best ways.
Oh, yes.
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 We have a very, very talented person in the studio with us today, and I think there's going to be some really special offerings. Yeah. And I can't wait to see what this artist puts out in the weeks and months to come.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of the really awesome pleasures of doing this show is really just getting to know our guests, and I loved getting to know this guest and he showed us some of his creativity, and I was just like, dude, that's amazing. I love that. Like this is like episode 48, and I'm still, just amazed by the talent that comes through these doors, but it's all exciting, and yeah. And something else I want to just kind of tease. We're speaking of episode 48. We're only 2 more episodes left to this season, which, by the way, we're gonna have the best episode closer ever. And I am looking forward to, though, our 3rd season, man. Like, can you believe that, like, we're nearing up on our 2-year mark?
I was saying to you earlier that I can still remember the first time that I tuned into you guys. I can remember where I was, when I was.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Chris Boutel.
Yeah.
But Franco was on here, and you guys have done so much. You've built so much. We're looking around at the people's poll with everyone's signature. We're looking around at the photos taken of every guest. Now your new manifestation station.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great energy in this room, and I think anyone who's been in here can attest to that.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a labor of love. A lot of hard work and effort. Nikki's such a crucial part of that. Even though we have the filter on you right now, so yeah, it's really just an amazing, thing to experience, to do. It's an honor to do. We're just so fortunate that we have what seems like an endless talent pool of musicians. Like, it's just really, really cool. And to look at a 3rd season, which, I think we may have to bring in a new theme song for the 3rd season.
Well, you certainly have enough talented singer-songwriters to write, compose, perform, and record an amazing theme song.
Oh, I think you're right.
I'm afraid that you're going to be stuck with a cover band doing it. But you know what? I think those particular musicians are pretty proud of what they've come up with.
Well, I'm excited to see and hear what that's going to be like.
Because you don't know.
I actually don't know.
This is not a bit.
No.
Like, Chris does not know, because this is a Nikki overseen project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I know the people that are involved, and I can tell you, like, usually when you go from season to season, you raise the bar, one level. This bar has been jettisoned into outer space. That's how high this bar has been thrown out there. So, and that's it. That's all you're going to get is a tease. I'm not going to share anything else. You're just going to have to tune in on season 3.
Yeah. No other details necessary.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. But anyways, guys, so I just want to say, hey, to our guests today, thank you again for coming out in here and sharing all your stories. But I think no more delays here. I think we should just get right into it. What do you say?
Yeah, I think you ought to maybe give your audience a little bit of an intro to today's guest.
Okay. Today's guest is Jonny Deups, a Massachusetts native who's been chasing creativity since he was a teenager growing up in Merrimac. He got his early start playing in a 3-piece indie rock band called the Honor Society at just 14 years old, already performing live shows before most kids even knew what they wanted to do. While his sound has evolved over the years, music has never really left him. Jonny's continued writing on acoustic guitar, and in the past couple of years, he's been dabbling in his craft with a renewed focus and a plan to record new music this summer. Outside of music, Jonny lived in a bit of a double life. He spent years as a sponsored snowboarder, carving up winters with the same intensity he brings to his creative work. These days, he still rides, just with a slightly different mindset. He's also into boxing, fitness, and staying consistent in the gym, balancing that with his day job in insurance. It's a mix of discipline, creativity, and real-life hustling that makes his story one worth hearing. Here's Jonny.
Welcome, Jonny.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah. Thank you for coming down and making the trek. We really appreciate you. We're just excited to get into your story here. Now, I'll start things off. This is, we ask a couple questions. That's kind of what we do here around here, and then we'll get into some music. But first, Jonny, why don't you go ahead and just let us know a little bit more about that musical journey in the beginning there. 14 years old, man. That's a pretty young age to get into music. Did you start music even earlier than that?
Yes, I did. So one afternoon, my father came home with a guitar, and he was paid for his work day, or the past 2 work days, don't quote me, with the guitar. I guess he was redoing an attic, and there was a Gibson SG in the attic, and I ended up getting that as a gift as he came home. I was in the 2nd grade.
Oh, jeez.
At that age, no,
Jeez.
I didn't know what it was. I don't know that he knew exactly what it was back then either.
Yeah.
But that guitar ended up staying with me for probably 7 more or 8 more years. I really didn't play it much. It was just an ornament that was in my bedroom that looked cool.
Yeah.
Learning simple things on it, like Smoke on the Water. So yeah, a couple of years of me just like messing around on it. I always knew I was interested in it, and I always knew that when I was older that I would be able to play it better than I was playing it as a younger individual. Fast forward to 7th and 8th grade, I did talent shows.
Oh, nice.
Playing guitar and singing. Come freshman year, I got in a band called the Honor Society with my friend Tevya and Chris, who were both older than me, and went to the high school that I was in. We were like a 3-piece indie rock band. We were fortunate enough. All right, rewind. There was this gentleman named Andrew Delaney. Shout out Andrew. He was one of the kid. Actually, he was the only kid in our high school that was promoting and making rock shows happen. He would rent out venues and hire bands and pay them to come and play. And I just remember playing with bands back then that I thought were just random garage bands or whatever. And some of them ended up being significant, Ended up like years later you're watching MTV or you're watching, the television. There's another band that you used to play with, or there's a band you might have opened for on a tour, or so music has been, instilled in me since such a young age, even before I had that guitar. Before my father came home and brought that guitar home for me, I had been witnessing my uncle, create music and make sounds for a long time. When we go to my grandmother's house, he'd have a guitar there always. And so music is, especially guitar, but music in general is super important to me. It's like my therapy.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. The, whatever kind of mood you're in, you pick up an instrument, man, and it just levels you.
Exactly.
Yeah. The so with that three-piece indie rock band, man, you guys did some more than your average band stuff out there. Huh? You played a couple places.
Yeah. So it started out like us just having band practices every day after school.
Yeah.
So if you start doing something every single day after school, you get good at it. And we did. We got super tight as a band, and we started, we were always writing music. That was the coolest part. 3 guys just joined, like, you know, in a garage. Usually, you guys know how it is. You're both musicians.
Yeah,
you go to where the drummer's drum set's set up at a young age.
Oh yeah.
That's the loudest instrument you can play. So if the parents are okay with listening to the drums go in the basement, adding a guitar and a bass usually isn't much. You know?
Yeah, right.
That's well said.
So yeah, we did that for a bit, and we just started noticing that we were good, humbly.
Yeah.
And then we had a little bit of opportunity as playing shows as young kids,
Yeah.
which most people, you know, don't get that opportunity. So
Right.
it was really nice, but it's humbling to be playing my guitar 20 years later, and I feel like those shows were almost more significant than some of the shows that I play now, you know?
Yeah.
So to get back to that level of performing is my goal, and I've really been keeping my head down and just trying to pick and choose certain venues that, you know, would look good on a resume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, you're doing it, man. You got, you know, a show coming up. It'll probably be after this show airs, but great venue, right?
Yeah, so I'm playing the Worcester Palladium tomorrow, Sunday, March 22nd, opening for Chuck Reagan, his world tour, and also Jared Moore, a very kind and talented guitarist and singer from the area, is also opening. It should be a really good time. I look forward to it.
Nice. And Jay, you got a question?
No, I'm enjoying the story here, and I mean, I'm still trying to do the math on everything that you're laying out here because it starts so early. So you're what, about 8 years old? You said when you get the Gibson brought home to you.
So I just remember being in 2nd grade and having Miss Connor was my teacher.
Okay, shout out to Miss Connor.
Yep. Yep.
And then 14, you're in the band.
Yes.
So how do you? If you said the guitar for a while was an ornament in your room.
Yes.
So when does it all kind of go into overdrive and this becomes your trajectory?
6th grade. All right. 2nd grade, the guitar, I thought it was cool. It came home. It was a new toy for me, just like any kid in the 2nd grade. I played for it. I played with it for a few days, a week, 2 weeks, put it down, didn't touch it, picked it up a few months later, played it less time than I did initially when it first got brought to me. It sat for a couple of years as I was just busy being a kid, I think. But when I grabbed onto that guitar in the 5th grade or 6th grade, I started really digging in. I never had a teacher. I taught myself.
Excellent.
Oh, that's
I'd
awesome.
go home from school. I had some situations happen as a young kid that was unfortunate to my mother, where she was away from me for a long time.
Yeah.
And in that time, I feel like I spent a lot of my time just going home and playing the guitar.
Sure.
So
Oh, yeah.
the guitar has always been, as much as it's therapy, you know?
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
Do you want to share some of that therapy with the viewers? And
Yeah, we could do that.
play a song.
Let's do it, man.
This song's called Shut This Engine Down.
Let's shut this engine down, 'cause it seems that it's getting worn. Let's replace the old with new, like the tires and the doors, maybe the handles too. And now that door, these 2 tires, this right corner panel, they may need more time to fix from the time we spent drinking whiskey all night. And now that door, these 2 tires, this right corner panel, they may need more time to fix from the time spent drinking whiskey all night. And I don't mind doing the things that you can, and I do not mind wiping the dirt off my hands. And I don't mind saying the weight that I feel. Yeah, I do not mind pushing away from this field. Let's shut this engine down, baby, 'cause it seems it's getting worn. Let's replace the old with new, like the tires and the doors, maybe the handles too. And I don't mind doing these things that you can. I do not mind wiping the dirt off my hands. And I don't mind saying the way that I feel. I do not mind pushing away from this field.
Nice job, Johnny.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So you have some new music that's going to be coming up soon, right?
Yes, but so I spent so long recording. I have a song called Pink Shirts and Lemonade. It's a song that people that do come out to hear me play, they know it, they sing it. It took me a year to record that song. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys is I'm already over that song because I recorded it a year ago and it just dropped in July of last year.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that song for a couple of years now and people think it just came out recently. It was a full band production. It sounds amazing. I'm very happy with the way that it came out and the way that it sounds. But moving forward, I will be recording a lot of my stuff as you would hear it out, just the raw guitar and vocals. With that being said, I will get to put out a lot more music in a lot less time.
Is that going to be one of the tracks that you're releasing?
Yes, that's one of them. Yep.
Now, when is that coming out?
I would hope to think that I drop 4 songs. 3 of them are already recorded. I hope that 4 of them get dropped by April 21st.
Fantastic. It's a great song.
Yeah.
Great song.
Thank you.
You mentioned something there that for a lot of artists, especially locally, who haven't had the chance to release any of their own music yet.
Yeah.
That you just exposed one of the greatest double-edged swords of anyone who ever has.
Yeah.
Because you write the song, you fine-tune it through performance, you get audiences to resonate with it, you release the recording, people grow to love it, you build more of an audience, you grow tired of that.
Yeah.
Does that make your relationship with popular music change at all? Because you know that the artist may not want to play that song that everyone loves or that you love. You ever think about it like that?
I haven't ever thought of it like that, but what I say to myself is you've created something that people are starting to enjoy or have been enjoying for a little while, and if they are picking up on lyrics and stuff like that, when I play my guitar, if somebody's singing back to me lyrics that I have written, now that gives me a completely different feeling when I'm playing guitar. I could be done for the night. I could have had a very long night and I still have an hour left of playing music let's say my fingers are already almost bloodied from playing five nights before in a row for 4 hours. Then you have somebody, your battery's dying, and you look up and someone's singing your song, and you get a quick recharge. Your battery's now full, and it reminds you why you've taken the amount of time that you have to do something. Like myself, I've taken a lot of time playing my guitar. There are days, weeks, months where I'm just playing my guitar and not one person says anything about how it sounds, anything like that. But those moments are all worth the while, for sure.
Sure. And you know, you described it as therapy.
Yeah.
Since very early on.
Yeah.
And now you're extending it outwards into group therapy because you're helping each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's super nice. I was playing at Epigram Brewing Company, beautiful place in Tingsboro, Mass. I play there like once every couple months. There's this family that goes there when I play, and the daughter is probably, 8 or 9 years old, and she draws me a picture every time telling me like, we love coming to hear you play. And it's like little things like that. Like, it's such simple and kind gestures that go a large way. Like, I fold those up and they're all in my tip jar, like every time that I play,
Love that.
Oh, that's nice. I want to ask this then, seeing how you started your musical journey at such a young age, and you really have gone for it. Do you have any advice for any aspiring musicians that are out there that want to get into playing an instrument and go out there and sing?
Yeah. Support other music, even if it's not, the style of music that when you jump in the car to go for a ride and you put on your radio station. It doesn't have to be your favorite type of music for you to find things that you enjoy in it. Support local musicians. Be kind is a super important one. There's a lot of very good musicians out there that are assholes.
Yeah.
And they'll never get a chance just because of it.
Right.
You got to be kind and you got to be respectful.
Oh, that's great advice. It really does make a difference too, because when you go out there at a show or a open mic or whatever it may be, and especially after the show, I find some of the really down to earth musicians will go down there on the platforms off the stage and just talk to people and let people come up to approach them and tell them about how much they enjoy their music. And I think that says a lot about the musician, and it really helps the audience kind of feel connected to the musician as well. I think that's great advice.
You had mentioned Jared Moore earlier,
Yeah.
and Jared's one of those just great humans that I just think of as a musician's musician. And I could go down a laundry list of other artists, especially around this area, many of whom have been guests on the show, that make it a point to make the rounds, to support people, admittedly far better than I do in any given weekend, and it's an amazing, amazing quality that I wish more musicians had.
Yeah.
And it's always a pleasure to meet somebody else who feels that and knows that value.
I learned it young. It's not just in music. You give respect and you get it back.
For sure.
Yeah. So I have to ask, you've had quite a few experiences so far in your musical journey. And maybe tomorrow will be we'll take the top on the list there. But for now, do you have a favorite experience so far that really stands out?
I don't have a favorite experience so far. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So if we could do another interview in 6 months from now, I would have definitely said the Palladium. The Palladium's by far the most significant venue that that I've ever played. So getting on that stage and doing my thing it will make me feel really good come the end of the night, Yeah.
And for those of you guys who aren't from the area, some of our more our listeners from down under. The Palladium is this local hotspot down in the Worcester that is just phenomenal. I'm like, you've had some crazy bands and musicians go through there and perform, and it is like the pinnacle of venues as an artist in our area to be able to perform there. So I I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I played Pembroke Studios. What's it called? Soundcheck Studios in Pembroke, Mass.
Yeah.
Last month or a month and a half ago, and it was a beautiful venue.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, the Worcester Palladium is a place that I went and saw all my favorite bands growing up. So it's just it does a different thing for me there,
Yeah.
One more thing on Jared Moore. So he messaged me like last week, and he was like, "I'm watching your interview on." I did a different interview on a different podcast, Musicians and Beyond podcast.
Yep.
John, we love John. He's such a good guy. Another guy that supports everybody's music.
Right.
The first 6 minutes of that interview, I said my goal would be to play the Palladium at some point in my life. And that interview probably happened 8 months ago, I think. 8 or 9 months ago. So Jared, I forgot I said it.
Yeah.
I try to go into these types of situations with not anything to read. I want to be just real and raw and let people see who I am and how I am as, I'd be a robot if I was reading stuff off the paper. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more difficult.
Right.
But yeah, Jared sent me a message. It was like 6 minutes in, you said your goal is to eventually someday play the Worcester Palladium. And this is full circle, man. He's typing me this. He's like, we're playing the Palladium. So it's cool.
That's awesome. And this show has been something similar. We had artists come on the show, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do this," and then, less than a year later, boom, they're doing it, and that's what's great is that it gives the opportunities to make those things happen, and I love the fact that there's other musical podcasts out there too that are also doing this, because we can only cover so much.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. It's important to have multiple spotlights, because I think when people really look at or think of like, all right, where's the next big pop star going to come from, or where's the next big band or musician is going to come from, they think Nashville or Atlanta or Austin, Texas, or wherever, and not many people think about the New England area, and what I think people are missing out on is the talent, the raw talent that we have out here, and the musical culture out here is just phenomenal. Like, it's just I know there's like the old Grand Opry down in Nashville, but I think we have just as good a scene up here.
I think when it comes to, authenticity and songwriting, you never quite know when the regional voice is going to resonate somewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, you in the last few years, you've seen, Noah Kahn come up and singing authentically New England anecdotal lyrics.
Yeah,
and
so good.
And just overflowing Fenway.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, and it's refreshing. So, who knows what the next move is going to be.
Nobody deserves exactly what happened to him more than him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, such a humble guy.
Yeah.
All those types deserve it.
And doesn't take himself seriously.
Yeah.
I love that about him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him, but I've never met him, but what he portrays himself to be is what some artists should, look up to.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of looking up, do you have any musical influences that impact you at all?
Yeah. Growing up, I liked Taking Back Sunday, Saves the Day. I liked Under Oath. I still love all those people. I like John Mayer. I like, B.B. King. I like Jimi Hendrix. My inspiration has been all around the board. Rage Against the Machine, Sublime. Like, my first album that I ever bought was Evil Empire, and then
nice.
And then I brought home 40 Ounces to Freedom, and my mom was freaking out.
Yeah.
But it was, my music taste has been all around the board, you know.
Well, that's great. I get it too, because like my father was like all about classic rock, and so that's what I was listening to a lot too growing up. But I think as you expand those horizons, you really get a taste for all types of genres and just music and an appreciation for it. Mm-hmm. You know, speaking of like B.B. King, I'm like there's a soul that we miss, and I don't know if there's anything that's matched up to his caliber since, but talk about range and like there's beauty in the blues, there's beauties in rock and folk and Americana and stuff like that. It's just it's amazing.
Yeah, if you rewind and listen to all the styles of music that I just said that I liked, like I've been recently writing like some country-esque tunes too. So I'm all over the board, you know?
Yeah.
It's the best place to be, because if you stay too dialed into one thing, then eventually you're just replicating it over and over and over again, and you're not exploring new space.
Yeah, you're right. You're very right.
Yeah.
I would love to get more of a taste of what people who are, whether they're going to see you tomorrow at the Palladium or if they have a chance to catch you down the road, another song and get more of a sense of what you bring.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll play another one. All right. So this one, I wrote this song one day when it was raining outside and I wanted to go skateboarding and I couldn't. And I wrote this song when I was a kid. I was probably 18.
Oh, wow.
As a musician, you know that when you write something when you're 18, you go in and you change it probably a million times when you're twice the age of 18, if you know what I mean.
They will stand by me. I lay locked down in my bed today because of the outdoors wiring. It's so easy staying far and dry from this storm. As I share this little shelter that I made and the fire's warm. The one thing about music, when it hits I feel no pain. I've got an ounce of energy in my good friends. They're sitting right in front of me. The one thing about music, I said there's one thing about music, yeah, it is. When it hits us, we do not feel no pain. When it hits us, the rain falls down. It won't stop now, no. When the rain falls down, and it won't stop now. I'm in these dreams with all my friends, they will stand by me. I lay locked down in my bed today because of the outdoors wiring. And it's so easy staying far and dry from this storm as I share this little shelter that I made and the fire's warm. The rain falls down. It won't stop now, no. When the rain falls down, and it won't stop now. In these dreams with all my friends, and they will stand by me. I lay locked down in my bed today because of the outdoors wiring.
Woo!
All right, let's do a little quick math here.
Okay.
What percentage of that song is what you wrote at 18, and what percentage of that has evolved over time?
The only new part that I wrote about this song is the chorus. It was like when the rain falls down part.
So
And the song is so simple.
Yeah.
There's like 8 words that are changed to depict verse 1, verse 2 to the outro. But it's songs that are simple like that I like, and I feel like those are the ones that people are singing or humming when they hear it the first time. So I'm kind of cheating.
I don't think you're cheating. I think you're exploring universality.
I have other songs that are super complex where I don't say like anything, the whole like ballads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's different than writing, intro, verse, chorus, bridge.
How do you feel looking back? You're playing this song that you wrote quite a while ago, and our relationship with lyrics, our relationship with music changes over time.
Yeah.
So the fact that you still decide you want to play that song, what is it, or how does it feel to look back at that and say, 18-year-old me sat down and wrote this, and it's still relatable to me and to my audiences now?
Yeah. I think the simplicity of the song is the reason why it still has stuck around all this time, as well as me writing the chorus to the song like last summer. It's just, again, you could rewind this interview 30 minutes ago and I told you that I wrote a song last year that I don't like as much as I did, and here I've been playing this song off and on for 15, 18 years. Some songs are just timeless, and I feel like I may have gotten that timeless effect with the song because of how simple it is.
It's great.
It's great.
I have to ask. So, we see where you were in your lyrical journey at the age of 18. How has your songwriting evolved since then, and in what direction are you hoping for it to go? If you have a proposed, or not proposed, but a inspired direction to go into, where would you like to see that?
I would just like to continue to get more complex with guitar lines. Singing and playing guitar, it's very common for guitarists and singers. Well, if you're a singer, songwriter that plays guitar, you usually play on the guitar things that cater to your voice.
Right.
Simple things. The older I get, the more I want to create more complex guitar lines.
Okay.
And work towards being able to sing over those guitar lines. Something like, that comes a little unnaturally to most people is something that I want to work towards. And I have been, there's like some new guitar lines that I'm writing with my second hand, such as, so like playing that and singing over that is really cool, and that's something that I'm like pushing towards, stuff like that.
That's amazing, dude. Like how'd you come across that? Is that something that you saw somewhere, or were you experimenting?
I was experimenting.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's like so what that is that's a second hand hammer on and then pull. So you don't need to play the strings if you're using your hand as the pick.
Yeah.
It's different, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And what is it about singing over that you feel is that sort of challenge that you want to explore? What do you think it's going to bring out in your voice that maybe you haven't tapped into yet?
I don't know if it's going to bring out anything into my, necessarily like bring anything out of my voice. I just know that being able to create, fine tune, and execute guitar lines like that with, relative vocals over it is something a lot of people aren't doing. So and again, like, are there people that do that? Yes, there are people. There's a 13-year-old right now in Memphis, Tennessee that can secondhand hammer on and pull off 20 times cleaner than I just showed you guys. Like, I understand that there are people that do that. There's people that have done it before me, and they're going to do it better after. But for me, and around here, the community is kind of small. A lot of what you're doing is posted on different social medias. I just don't see a lot of people, really doing those kind of guitar lines while singing.
Yeah,
and that's just a reason why I want to do it, to try to do like my own thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, I had never seen that before. Like, it's really impressive. But I love the fact that you're having fun with it. Yeah. Right. And you're exploring. I feel like that's an important part of playing music and creating music, is not just playing the covers or, playing some of the simpler songs, but then just really exploring the instrument. And I mean, not only your vocals as an instrument, but the actual instrument, and seeing what you can do that's new for you. That's amazing, man.
Thank you so much. Do you so you're playing out all the time? You're playing to these full houses. You're setting the vibe for everybody.
I play my certain amount of dead shows too. Like, let's not get
we all do.
Every show that I play, by any means, it's not a Morgan Wallen concert where everybody's like, that's not it at all. Yeah. I wish that there was more people to witness what I spend so much time doing. Yeah. But I respect whether it's one person or 40. Absolutely. And out of nowhere, you're gonna, if you just keep doing what you're doing and keep your head down. Paul from Slightly Stupid told me, he said, you're going to play those bars until one day, well, not me, but universally, a musician, if you keep working long enough, you'll be playing those dead bars and busy bars sometimes, and then all of a sudden you'll be playing, in a stadium that's full and people are, screaming for you. And like hearing that from him, I heard that on the Offering Something podcast. I used to be a co-host on it with Michael Bernier. And
nice.
He came on as one of the musicians that came on. Such a good guy, super talented keyboard player. Oh. But yeah, he told me that, and that stuck with me.
Do you find, like, in those situations, regardless of the size of the crowd that you're playing for, you pull out something like that, and you have another guitarist in the audience, and you see that you have their attention. Yeah. You see that perk up. And maybe the general audience doesn't recognize what you're doing, but you have that connection with one or a few people.
It's funny you say that, because as a performer, I actually can tell, like, when I'm looking in the crowd, which guys like play guitar, because they do give they're like staring at what you're playing, and they're like doing the mental mathematics and like, oh, well, that's unnatural. I would have went here or there. That's cool. Like, I can see it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Do you find that reaction resonates with you differently than just the general, crowd appeal?
No. The only difference between them is, like, those guys will come up and they'll be like, hey, I saw that cool guitar stuff that you're doing. I play guitar. And the people that are just listening, they don't really approach or say anything. It's usually a musician that wants to share like a like-minded, conversation real quick, or give me a compliment on what I was doing that he understood that I was doing, which some people don't, like you said, music is music to some people, not being analyzed or, judging different complex parts.
Yeah. It's really cool. Like I said, like, if you're just a listener, and we love you listeners, and you really don't have that music theory, you're just like, oh, that sounds really cool. Like, that sounds like I dig this. But then as you start to understand the complexities of creating music, you gain awareness of the complexity of it all, and an appreciation, Yeah, so that's really cool. I really dig the fact that you're, exploring that, and I mean, I guess there's only so many things you can do with a guitar, but you never know. I watched somebody with a violin bow
Yeah, on the guitar.
Yeah.
Or those roto bows,
I saw that too. You can like buy one, and like
really?
you can. A company like has patented one for the guitar, and it's like you said, you push a button and it vibrates, and then you just like put it on your guitar and it rings it like it's a like a violin or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, speaking of ringing and things, do you have another song for us?
Yeah, I'll play another one. So is this the last one?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
We want to save your voice for tomorrow.
I know. We want to be.
I appreciate you guys. My manager's probably gonna kill me.
Yeah.
All right, so this song you can listen to for free. You don't have to download it. You can download it if you want. It pays me money when you do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's called Pink Shirts and Lemonade. I wrote it 2 years ago. I dropped it in the summer, last summer, July 4th. And it's pretty much been like a summer anthem for the people that come and support my shows during the summer.
Oh, awesome.
So this song is called Pink Shirts and Lemonade. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, YouTube, all of them. There's 2 versions. One's acoustic and one is full band. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Nice.
I sometimes confuse myself just for a little while, and I'll sometimes surprise myself just a little bit. All these mistakes that I've made, and yeah, I live with them, and all these motions day to day. On this day, no, I should say days, yo. I've been thinking way too much on what I wanna say, go. Pink shirts and lemonade. I found sand in my shoes, just as I trail behind you, walking to the next bar to find the best booze. Pink shirts and lemonade. I found sand in my shoes, just as I trail behind you. Smoking and we're drinking at the same time. Mix the liquor with the pink and the white wine, and I'm staring at your eyes in the moonlight. I'm hoping one day you might be mine. I'm smoking and I'm drinking at the same time. Mix the liquor with the pink and the white wine, and I'm staring at your eyes in the moonlight. This Mercedes carries across the state lines, and the moon goes up and lights the town. Da, da, da. I'll throw some rope, I'll grab it and pull it back down. Let's use this time to shine the light. And if you want, babe, we can let go just and let it rise tonight. A pink shirts and lemonade. I found sand in my shoes, just as I trail behind you, walking to the next bar to find the best booze. Pink shirts and lemonade. I found sand in my shoes, just as I trail behind you.
Woo! Nice. Nice. I listened to both versions, and I'm just like on YouTube, and I was just blown away. I was like, oh man, this guy's got me all excited. And just absolutely, love you coming down here. Love you sharing your stories and sharing your craft, man. I want to talk just a little bit about any plans for some future music. I know you're working on some new songs. You have any plans for coming out with an album or releasing any new songs later?
So for me, I have trouble like putting a deadline to my music because it's always a constant work in progress.
Oh yeah, sure.
If him and I had the opportunity, we would have a recording and we'd always have access to make it better.
Yeah, true. That is
with
true.
Like an update click,
Yeah,
But, yeah. I'm just gonna not say that I'm gonna put an album out because I don't think that that's feasible with everything that I have going on.
Yeah.
I'm rather just gonna start dropping songs left and right starting in the summer. And again, expect it to be just guitar, minimal producing on the sound, just guitar and vocals.
Nice.
I might put a little harmonica in there every once in a while.
Yeah.
I also can play the drums, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to maybe put like my foot beat.
Yeah.
When I play, I have a little wooden pad, and it's just awesome. It's called the Wild Dog.
Oh,
so Wild Dog
cool.
is a company out of Nashville that makes a foot bass pedal. So it's a passive piece of wood. Mm-hmm. So it looks like a wooden wedge.
Yeah.
And when I click on it, it does like a doof, doof. It makes like a bass.
Oh, that's
kick.
cool.
So what I've noticed incorporating that into my acoustic songs is it's the booty shaker.
Yeah.
You know?
I love it.
That's the beat. Like the drum is the reason that the guys and girls get up and dance.
For sure.
I mean, can you do it to a guitar? Yeah, guitar has timing and tempo too, but the deep notes, when us humans hear those, we just want to get down. You know what I mean? So I put that in for the last like year, and I've seen it do a number on my performance. I'd suggest anybody that seems a little naked, as in the sense of wanting more projection of sound while playing, to add that or incorporate that to your solo act, and you'll see a difference.
Well, I think that brings up a good point that, if you want to get the full experience, you need to go out here and see my buddy Jonny out there live.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. Like we have access to so much music production, but it's a whole different experiencing being there in the room, listening to it live.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do for you guys, regardless whether you're busy or not, I'm going to, I'll put 2 tickets at will call. So like for both of you guys, I'll put 2 for you and 2 for you. So if you want to shoot over there, and they'll just be there,
Oh, that'd
Appreciate
be amazing.
that.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
really
kind
do.
to you. Thank you, Jonny.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well,
I want you guys to know also, you say that you appreciate me coming here, driving here, and playing guitar for you guys, but I appreciate you guys having me here more than you guys appreciate me coming. And the reason being is because I've been playing my guitar for a long time. I'm starting to see things pick up in a sense of support with my original music, and things like this can really like help me as well. So I want to thank you guys and let you know I'm so grateful to be here, and thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome, my friend. Like I said, it's putting that spotlight on our musicians and our musical community. It's not always easy as a musician to put yourself out there and market yourself. I mean, like it's a whole different, industry really. And so, we want to be able to feature some of our musicians in this area and just really, again, get people aware of the great music that's out there. And, I appreciate you doing that for me. It's funny because like the last time I went to the Palladium was to go see Jared.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think I will take you up on that offer.
Okay,
friend.
perfect.
Yeah, you got it.
That's awesome.
So again, let's just let people know where they can find you, and where can they go?
So you can stay up to date with all my pictures, videos, and dates for my shows on my Instagram. It's JonnyDeups.
Okay.
It's actually...
There it is, right?
So if you can see that. No H. Common misconception is the misspelling of Jonny. So JonnyDeups on Instagram, Apple iTunes, YouTube, Spotify.
Awesome.
That's it.
Awesome. Well, I thank you again for coming down. Jay, I thank you for stepping in and helping me with hosting.
Thank you, Jay.
It's my pleasure to have been here for this, and thank you, Nikki, for asking me to step in.
Yeah. And guys, so before we let you go, we just want to say thank you for tuning in on this another episode of the Musical Chairs in Massachusetts. You can find us on all major streaming platforms. So find us on YouTube, find us on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And then also we are here and there, everywhere really, on the audio format podcast. So wherever you can find your streaming podcast, that's where we are. So we, again, really appreciate you guys following us, hitting that like button. Again, it's really, for us, but it's more importantly for our musicians and musical guests. The more coverage we have, the more coverage they have. So guys, make sure to share this with all your friends. And again, we just appreciate you and we thank you. And I think we're out. Bye, guys.